Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. This is Rising Star 2, and the band is the namesake of a band in St. Louis, Inches from Glory, and we are going to merge some song parts. I learned yesterday that Inches from Glory announced their tour dates for October, and they're going to be visiting Chicago, Indianapolis, Milwaukee. I think those are their big stops. And then Champaign-Urbana, University of Illinois area. And let's see, I don't see any more. Yeah, we're kind of hurting here on on song parts to merge, which is completely flooring me. I think it means that I've been doing too much talking and not enough getting out there. And that's probably true, but yeah, we'll need to start leveling a little bit more rapidly, maybe visiting some more towns where we can. And yeah, okay. No more threes, no more ones. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and do this one more time. It isn't helpful other than it keeps them current another day. And okay, we have that gig in Chicago today, so that's great. We like that. We're playing at Marie's. And Marie's is easy to find. Oh, and look at that. There's a gig in a week. We'll be back, Chicago. Okay. There it is. We're happy to be here at Marie's Bar, checking things out.
Have a good game.
Well, thank you. Let's take a look at their calendar.
You should think about recording some CDs.
Yes, we definitely should. I knew one of them was going to say that eventually. We do need to get in the studio. It would be helpful to have a little bit more money to do that. So that's kind of why I've been holding off a little bit. And do we want to try a new song? Maybe we should try a new song. I don't think it can hurt that much. We're not exactly tearing things up, right? Here's a horrible quality song. Let's put in a reasonably good quality song. We'll do that one. And we do know that we didn't get the audience charged up for Hometown Heart last time. Didn't have enough energy used. So let's do that. We'll go like that. And we'll cross our fingers. Okay. Somebody leveled. That's good. Oh, we're outclassed there, but we did it. We pulled it off. We had fans showing up. That helps. That's some money. 2,300. That'll get us in the studio. I think we can do that this week now. Awesome. Did they didn't particularly love any particular song to gain it any popularity? We've got a long way to go, folks, but we'll get there. Okay. We earned another one in Topher leveled. Good. Let's bump him up. Production is great. Playing skill is good. We'll do that. And where do we go next? Next gig is here in Chicago. So we're going to want to find a hotel room. So hotels are more expensive than motels. And I think we're okay with that. We're going to celebrate a little bit. We had a good victory there, made a couple of bucks. Now, we talked about trashing a room in the last one. We can certainly do that here. There's things like cups you can throw. I like to aim at things, see if I can hit the vase. I hit the vase, but all it did was break the mug. You can try to break that mirror, though it doesn't break easily. So here's some of the things you can do. But One more. $5 a shot. So throw it at the TV. All right. Well, I picked up the TV. This is bad. I didn't mean to do that. So I guess we're going to have to bust the TV because when I let it go, it goes out at 100 miles an hour. So yeah, nothing I can do there, but we did get song ideas. It cost us $500. All right. So that's, we've kind of learned that lesson now, but here's the one I need to show you. When you're in a hotel, I don't think you can do this in a motel. I haven't found where you can, but in a hotel, you can notice I'm getting the ability to click on this. I'm not going to because it would spend all our money, but for I think it's $2,500, you can rip the sink off the wall. It will give us tons and tons and tons of song ideas. Inspiration is what it's really giving us, and then that's driving up the song ideas. Oh no. Okay, it was only $500, so that's helpful. I think if I shatter it, I totally didn't mean to do that. There it is, another five. Oh, it was only $1,000 total. Okay, well, I feel a little better about that. But as you saw, we got, I think, like 15 song ideas. That would have been 20 song ideas across the. So yeah, that's what you can do in a hotel. I really didn't mean to do that, folks. But there you have it. I think you might be able to do something there too. And then of course, I love the water seepage. That's awesome. Really well done as far as what it's doing. Yeah. So you can take this. That one isn't going to get us anything. But there you have it. So bust up your hotel rooms. But with caution, it costs you money. We just spent $1,000 that I really didn't want to spend because I wanted to record. But maybe we'll win tomorrow too and not have to worry about it. But if we come out here, we should see plenty of this. And that's good. That's kind of the reason we do it. When we're stifled. Inspiration strikes. Okay, let's see if we got, I've already spent past it though. I know we had some 25s we were going to be able to merge. I can't remember where they were. And that worked. We could do some more 3s or 6s. Now we're down to 1s and we can do 3s still. Good. If I see any, I don't see any. Feels like there should always be songs in here. There we go. Points in there in lyrics. I haven't been bumping up Angel's lyric writing ability very quickly though. Let's go ahead and try writing one this time. We've got a few more pieces to work with. And I know we had a 35 somewhere that I wasn't expecting, or a 25 maybe, with Topher or Xavier. Well, I'm not seeing it now. Here's a 20 though. That's a good start. Doesn't get us anything else here though. Let's go ahead and start with this hometown of 35 and see if we can build something off of that. Only 10s, so not as helpful as you might think. About this 20. No 25s, so might as well go with the 35. Yeah, we still just don't have the right combination to start jumping to the next level. So we need to do a few more things. There we go. That one could maybe start to make some sense. So that's 45. We could get a 10 and a 15. I'd really like that, but it looks like all we have left are 10s where we need them. So we're going to hold off once more. Sorry, folks. We're just going to rest today, and then we're going to head to Jim's bar. Oh, okay. So a battle of the bands. They're inviting us to play with them, and it is in the day that we don't have one. We're definitely doing this. There we go. That was helpful. We're going to come up here. I wanted to test this. I think we did once, but busking does not give you reputation in an area, I'm pretty sure. So we're at 110. It's strictly your reputation with the establishments. We're at 110. We're going to busk just to prove this out. 1.10 is what we're at. 110, however you want to measure that. Do we hit 200 bucks? We hit 200 bucks. But we come out here, reputation, it's still at 110. We didn't gain any reputation. We might have gained a fraction of popularity. Oh, yeah, it's a good thing they scheduled that because we are at our popularity limit to be able to do the low tier battles. So one other thing to maybe do here real quick is see if there's somewhere, so that's tonight and we're playing 17th. What I was kind of wondering is if there could be any that are out in April. We won't see them here, but maybe we can like go to Iris's, if we can find it. Take a quick side trip. I mean, we could look through here too first and say, are we scheduled at Iris's? We are scheduled at Iris's, so we can't do another one. All right, we're probably maxed out on those. I don't know, maybe not. Chicago. Yeah, we probably are. That's 5 of them. I don't think there's any more for us to find here, so we're not going to spend that time. Unfortunately, we can't go anywhere to book any other ones and then make it back here either, I don't think. Maybe Milwaukee, but I don't want to risk it. So let's come in here. We've got a couple of decisions to make. Do we play the same lineup? I didn't focus on how well our new songs did. I should have paid closer attention. I was blown away that we won. We kind of started behind the 8 ball in that one. Let's drop Lonely Crowd and let's go to Welcome to the Inside. And we'll give this another try. And we'll see. Well, it's actually about how we started out. We win again. Awesome. I was going to say that's about how we started out last time. So now we will qualify for the mid-tier, but no longer the low tier, but we get to still play the low tier ones that we have scheduled. So we have some opportunities here to go and see what's working for us. Okay, so the new song we did, Welcome to the Inside, did okay. It did as good as anything else for us. So we'll want to work on that. Another win. Thank you very much. I'm thinking maybe we stay one more day in Chicago. We'll just merge some song parts. Maybe if we can get a bigger piece, we can do something a little more substantial, songwriting-wise. I'm not going to break anything this time. And write a song. Let's see if we have any large pieces that we can get merged up. Here's a 10. That could work for us. Let's go with the 19 side of that one, though. It made it to 15. Here's another pair. We'll do the 9, 15. We can't even do 20s now. Max we can do are 15s. So Topher does have a lot of 25 song parts. It's good to see. And I am not seeing any larger ones, unfortunately. So I don't think that's going to... It didn't go the way I had hoped. I was wanting that to kind of maybe get us another 25 that we'd be able to work with, and that's not happening. Down to ones, and that's okay. There it is. We can take a quick peek, but I still kind of want to hold off until we can really justify a song that is getting maybe north of 65. And we just really don't have it yet to do. What would be the highest we could do here? Still 15s. Yeah, we need to get some 25s up here and some 25s in here that are usable. So again, gonna rest. Well, the thing is you can write the song and immediately get rid of it. That's something. So instead of resting, I should be doing that. We can write it with these parts. Really anything at that point. The quality won't matter too much. Still want to do max as best we can. This would get us to 61, but we'll just use a random name. So we get points for writing the song, and then we can immediately trash it, is what I guess I'm getting at. We can come in here and say, yeah, that's not going to work, which isn't the best idea, because even a song with a quality of 61 and completely mismatched pieces could be a hit. It could. I am going to go ahead and trash it because we're hoping to remerge parts and kind of, you know, up the benefit there. I'm not quite sure. I guess this is places that I'm not sure what I hit. I hit something. Hit something to give us that. Oh, was it? It was J. Yeah, I clicked on that accidentally earlier, I think. So what we did want to do is find some of the mid-tier places now. Things called stuff like the Male Angle, the Damp Authority, those, the Smiling View. We want to find those and visit them and see if we can, oh, one right here, see if we can find more battles of the bands.
What's up?
Not much. Do you have a battle of the bands coming up? They do, right here. And if we look at this, see, this one will pay $4,200 if we win it. And the range 2 effectively to 4. So we're gonna pick that up. Hopefully we win it. Maybe we won't. Friday. Thanks for asking. And let's see if we can find any others. Might as well be Chicago. It's a big town. We can do a 180 and go look behind us here. It's a big town. It's a big city. Big town. And if we drive up our reputation in big cities, we tend to have more people come to our concerts. So when you can sell 2,000 shirts at a concert, you can make a little bit of scratch.
Howdy.
Howdy. And we're already booked for when they have a battle coming. So just curious, we look at this headlining spot, $800. That will still improve. We'll see better values on those as we continue ahead. You should get up to about $2,000 for headlining in mid-tier places. Okay, we'll go to the Jealous Month. I do want to start working on renaming some of these places. Last October, my wife and I went to Chicago for a weekend. She had an appointment, kind of an interview sort of thing, I guess, and we could not find
Howdy.
a reasonable place to go for nightlife stuff.
Got some horse.
There was one place we finally tracked down. We're like, oh, well, let's go to this one. And we got there, and it was like supposed to be dinner and jazz, and it had a $60 cover charge before you paid for dinner. I couldn't believe it. We were like, no, not doing that. Which was disappointing because it felt like it probably would have been a lot of fun otherwise, but we'll take that. Okay, well, we've signed up for 2. We got some at home we can probably try to hit as well. So let's go ahead and head back to St. Louis. Should be a day trip for us this time. Yep. And what I want to do is find, I don't think we've found a studio to record in yet, have we? No, we want to find a studio that has an appropriate cost. That's a little high. So we have a pretty decent producer. The cost and your producer level will basically determine the maximum quality that you can get out of a song that you record, but it also dictates how much you're going to end up spending. So you'll see rates up to, I think, above $200, and you can record a song pretty quickly and get a lot of good quality out of it, but it'll cost you 116. This is more what I'm looking for. So let's find a good song that we have maxed. We don't have any that are superior songs that are maxed. I only want to play them when they're really, I only want to play them when they're 100. You can re-record songs. So there actually isn't anything wrong with that. We could do Misfits Anthem, but the problem is I just don't think it's going to be helpful. 74 is kind of a level where they're like, no, no, sorry. We could maybe do Hometown Heart. It's homegrown. Homegrown is popular right now, at least in Missouri. And then, so this is how this works. Our producer gives us 79 points to work with. You can also hire a producer, and they cost money. Skilled producer, 98 points is going to be $138. We have a guy for 79 for free. That's probably good balance. We're going to stick with him. I will probably always use him. However, there used to be contracts that you would get when you go to do an album with a record label that it would require you to use a specific producer. I haven't seen that in a while, but I don't remember how far in I was when that was happening. It might really be when you're really a standout band, with super high popularity, or the code changed and they don't do it that way anymore. Nonetheless, we're going to stick with our in-house producer. And then how much do we want to spend? Well, if we spend all day recording, we can spend $2,600 and get to 89% of maximum recording quality. If we were at a slightly more expensive place, we could probably get that number up, but it would cost us more. And if Topher was a better producer, we could get that number up and it could potentially cost us less. So that's why I went with $116 an hour. It's roughly that sweet spot where I feel like I can afford it and I can get really good quality without absolutely devastating the bank account. Let's go with 60%. I feel like that'll work. Let's go with a 60. It's not awesome, but it's a start and we will get some experience for doing this. In fact, triple point days, great day to go and record because you get a lot of experience. Not enough to level though. Wow. Okay, so we have that part done. Let's go around the corner to Dennis's printing. Trying to be extra careful. I don't want to wreck. And we want to design a cover. Have we actually done any yet? I can't remember. Oh, I don't want to save that design. I want to, no, do not save this design. We do have a singles template. Okay. We did do that. So that's great. This is what we would want to use, but we only have one song so far recorded. So I don't know what the second song is going to be called. We're going to want to hold off on this for now. We're going to go ahead and jump out and not do this, but effectively I wanted to make sure we had this set up. So I'll use this same template for all of my singles. It just makes it easier, and you can do as much or as little artwork on here as you want. People have done some amazing things. They're out there. If you look through like the Steam library, you can see where folks have done some pretty neat albums. They've replicated their favorite albums. And honestly, you can use images. So you could take a screenshot if you really wanted to. I have been known to do that. In fact, one of the images I like to use, is it out here? I don't have them installed yet. I will add some art eventually. I'll show you how you can do that. And we'll take a peek at that. I don't have Lenny on the wall yet. I didn't realize that. Let's put Lenny in here. He's a little Chihuahua. I don't really love Chihuahuas myself, but I know that there are people who do. So they are dogs. We had a friend who had a Chihuahua and the dog never barked. It was the best Chihuahua in the world. Also, it thought it was a cat. It would come and curl up on your lap while you're watching television. I loved that Chihuahua. All right, so we have done all the things. Let's go ahead and do some merging. Hopefully we can merge some big pieces. Oh, I know what else we wanted to do though. We wanted to look around at venues, see if there are any local ones that might be willing to let us play And this is where my naming convention might blow up in my face because I can't remember which ones were the mediums and which ones were the smalls. I kind of tried to do it so it made sense in my head, and that's a theater. You see that? I thought I was thinking that was a venue. Well, we can go to the Blue Strawberry. We do know that's a medium.
What's up? When's your next gig?
Friday. And when do they have a battle? They don't have any battles coming up, which means it'll probably be here and we need to come back next week and check. So that's something to note. I didn't see one. Maybe I missed it. Oh, I don't see battles. Okay, so they will have battles, but they don't have them in their window right now. Where else can we go? Phoenix is the lower end place, right? Guess we should check it out and make sure. Could put an M after the mid-tier ones, maybe? I don't know. It felt like the right thing to do at the time, right? But I'm pretty sure this is like a 60.
Staying out of trouble?
Next gig is Friday, thank you. Let's see. What else? That's a medium one. So we're head that way. 3 blocks. 3 blocks and a left. Lots of driving around in this game. Eventually, we will get a manager, and he will let us have a chauffeur, and that will be helpful. Laclede's Landing isn't a specific place in St. Louis. It's more of a district, and there's a lot of nightlife down there, particularly on the weekends.
Howdy there.
And we don't have a battle out there yet either. So, okay, well, we'll come back in a couple of days and see if we find any more battles. Let's go ahead and take care of the rest of the compunctual stuff. More merging. Yay. All right. This one is always a rough category. And it's the thing is I mean, the pieces feed in. You don't have any control over that. You control the difficulty after the merge, and you control the attitude after the merge. But leading into the merge, you're strictly at the mercy of the random pieces that are created. So that aside, these will always go up in value. But in order to get to 35, you have to have the right 1s and 3s created for you. And that just doesn't seem to be happening for us right now. Which can be a little frustrating. I would really like to have a few more higher end pieces. Of course, inspiration is what gets us the pieces to begin with. So we kind of just have to work that angle, I think. Would really like if there's a 10. Didn't see any though. There we go. Angel has some. I knew she would. Okay. That's all our points. We're going to... I think we were seeing some of our songs were starting to atrophy, so we're going to come out here. It's not that many, but let's go ahead and let's do everything. Shouldn't have to again before the end of the week. And I don't know, I think maybe let's go see if we can find somewhere in Carbondale to play a battle coming up. There's their theater, shed, the General Smile over that way. Okay, 2 places here that might, and we can get to them pretty quick. So we're going to do that. Over just one block. The General Smile.
Howdy.
Okay, well, they have a battle here where we're already booked, so they're not going to have another one later. And that's fine. And around the corner, down 2 blocks. I'd like to think we would have just walked this. Gotten some exercise in, right? There we go.
Hi.
Howdy. And they have a battle there, so not going to have one later.
When's your next?
Okay. Next gig is coming up. Thank you for asking. I think we're going to go ahead and go home. Get back there today. Oh, well, the drive got us some experience, which is always fun. So we're going to hit his business once, and then 2 here and 2 here. I think 3 here and 1 here, actually. So 1 stage presence, 3 playing. Playing because we want to be able to learn songs faster. Okay. More merging. Just tiny parts is all. You got to merge the 1s to get to the 3s and the 6s, and then the 10s, and yeah. I wonder if you could ask AI to figure out the fastest path based on the pieces. What would be the fastest path to get everything maxed out? That'd be a fun, I mean, I wonder how quickly AI, well, okay, you could do it quickly. I wonder how difficult the prompt would be to get that to happen. That's what I think I'm getting to. From a programming perspective, that's a relatively easy task to do. It would take a little time to kind of logic through everything, but there you go. And that should do it there. I still don't think we're going to have much to do in the way of here, but I think, like we said, we always have the option to just try it. Well, there's a 35. That's a good start. Still nothing good to attach to it, though. That's killing me. I'm really surprised by that. I guess we can start to go ahead and learn some of these. Here's a 15. That's a 60. Okay. Well, there we go. There's a 75. That's not bad at all, actually. Let's go with that. It's homegrown. Let's see. Let's name this Roots Run Deep. And we'll make it a high energy song. There we go. Let's write another. More merging. You know what? Let's go busk first, come to think of it. And the reason I want to do that is just in case we get any more ideas. Okay. Well, we'll finish up this particular day. And prepare for that Battle of the Bands. I think we'll pick those up in the next episode. So I'm just going to finish out merging some things here. I do want to thank you for your time and joining me on this journey with Rising Star 2 from Gilly Games. Hope you're checking it out. If you haven't already, it is a lot of fun. Regardless of how boring I make this kind of rote part seem, we will get to more interesting play stuff here in the very, very near future and have some interesting decisions to make. There we go. Starting to get some, yeah, right. Starting to get some 25s. starting to fall into place. Lyrics are usually the easiest for that to happen. Oh, we're out of points. Dang it. We can do some threes. Lyrics are usually the easiest one to get that to happen. And that's because you tend to get a whole lot of those. And we'll just continue to follow that pattern. I'm going to construct a song here and then we will call it a day. Let's go with a digital song. I saw a 20. There's a 20. That can work. We're already at 45. We can find a rhythm to fit in there. 55. We're going to get to 65. Oh, 75 again. Okay. Taking that. Digital title. Let's see. I think we already have a couple of these that I was looking at. I don't actually see this one. It was a 25 lyric down here from Topher that was digital. I would bet it was that one. 22 from Kiwi. Probably a 10 rhythm. Yeah. We'll go with, actually, Topher Xavier. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Go with him. And we're going to call this Screen Time. And we'll make it high energy. And there we have it. Okay, folks, thanks for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed this. And until next time, fair travels.